that. Arkansas has a midweek game coming up at home. It's the senior night game at Bud Walton Arena. It'll be a 6 o'clock tip against LSU. That, of course, will meet a 5:30 Razorback Courtside Show presented by Visit Hot Springs and Oaklawn in Hot Springs. LSU on Wednesday at Alabama at 11 a.m. to close out the season on that final Saturday of the college basketball regular season. We hope you'll join us then. We also hope you'll join us Monday for Eric Musselman Live, 7 to 8 across many of these same radio stations. It is the final Eric Musselman Live of the regular season, and it's at Sassy's on Steamboat Drive. All right, that'll do it for us. For Chuck Barrett and Matt Zimmerman at Rupp Arena in Lexington, I'm Zach DeBozart here in the Learfield Network studios. Go Hogs, and have a good rest of your Saturday. One more time, your final score. Kentucky 111, Arkansas 102 on the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield.
On the Razorback Sports Network from Learfield, you've been listening to the Sonic Postgame Show. Sonic has proudly sponsored Razorback Athletics for over 25 years. Sonic. University of Arkansas Basketball has also been sponsored by your Arkansas Ford dealers, the Ford F-150 and Arkansas Basketball. Greatness starts here. Coca-Cola, proud to be the official soft drink sponsor of the Razorbacks. UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Razorbacks. By Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, trusted by Arkansans for more than 70 years for reliable, affordable health insurance. Take good care, Arkansas. By West Rock Coffee, produced right here in Arkansas. West Rock is proud to be the official coffee of the Razorbacks. Saracen Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style. First Security Bank. It's banking with people you know and people you know you can trust. First Security. Bank better. Shelter Insurance. For award-winning service, find an agent near you at shelterinsurance.com. By Summit Utilities, bringing natural gas to Razorback fans across Arkansas. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Harps, quality foods, hometown fresh. It's that simple at Harps. Arkansas Heart Hospital, dedicated to your heart. By Visit Hot Springs. Time for a road trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Learn more at hotsprings.org. By Regions Bank, the official bank of the SEC. The Arkansas Department of Health. Quit tobacco. We can help. By Roller Funeral Homes. For 3 generations, the Razorback Nation has trusted the Roller family to serve yours. With all our respect. By SeatGeek, the official ticket marketplace of Razorback Athletics. Edward Jones. For a financial advisor near you, go to edwardjones.com. By Ballpark. Proud to be the official hot dog of the Razorbacks. Your local Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. By Daspit Law Firm, the official personal injury attorney of Razorback Athletics. Oaklawn in Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resort. Baptist Health, Arkansas's largest and most comprehensive health system. By Zipped Car Wash, proud sponsor of the Arkansas Razorbacks. By Qual Choice Health Insurance, the quality choice for health insurance. Keep it simple with Qual Choice. Highland Dairy, locally made, naturally delicious. Core Brewing, the official craft brewery of the Razorbacks. And by the University of Arkansas Online, offering flexible degree programs. Apply now at online.uark.edu. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Razorback Sports Network.
This is Hog Reaction.
Devo, 13 on the shot clock, still dribbling. Underneath, Mitchell, layup, good. The pass was deflected. Mackay caught it anyway.
Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local people. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
All right. Man, that was a fun one. Arkansas loses a shootout to the Kentucky Wildcats, 111-102. Man, Matt, that was a fun game. It was back and forth for most of it. Arkansas made their run there kind of midway through the second half, but Kentucky answered right back. I think they got up 9 points, and then, as Kentucky does at home, continued to fight, and it was just too many players on Kentucky that could score the basketball. And Arkansas did get some good performances out of some of their key guys. And, I mean, you'll take that just about every game. getting some of those point totals from those guys. Battle had 34, Tremont Mark had 23, and Davenport had 13. So you'll take that every game. Davenport had 14, Mitchell had 13, but the problem is Kentucky had 7 guys in double figures, and it's hard to beat a team when they're shooting like that.
Christian, good to be here today, man. Yeah, the Hogs, they fought. That was the one thing that I wrote down. They competed the entire game. There was 10 ties, 12 lead changes in the first 15 minutes. Hogs fought hard, and that was good to see. It was good to see them go up there and give an effort. They definitely put a shift in, and it just wasn't enough. Kentucky's not that good. Kentucky's not a Final Four team or anything, but they have talent all up and down that roster. I was really surprised that Coach Cal, he never changed it up. Like, he didn't call a timeout and go to his zone. He didn't do any type of trap in the first pass. He just let him go out there and play and let cream rise to the top. It was very interesting the way they went about it. But yeah, Kentucky has the stars, and if you let 7 players score double figures, you really don't deserve to win.
Yeah, it's really hard, and there were times in that game where Arkansas played pretty well defensively, but got to give credit to Kentucky. Some of the guys that Arkansas wanted to shoot the ball made their shots. I mean, Wagner, I know, is a guy that was left open 2 or 3 times, and he knocked down those 3-pointers. Arkansas started this game like 6 of 6. Like, they didn't miss their first 6 shots, and that's how you've got to start a game at Kentucky. But we all know they've got the firepower to match, and they did. I mean, it was I can't stress enough. This was a back and forth game. Kentucky just went on that run late, and Arkansas didn't have an answer. I know when Arkansas turned it over, Kentucky did really well at scoring off turnovers. And like you said, Matt, neither team played really great defensively. Kentucky's going to have to get that fixed if they want to make a deep run. But when you get in March, it's all about scoring, and they've got plenty of guys who can score the basketball. So we'll keep talking about this game. It's a game where Arkansas, I mean, you got to feel okay about it. I mean, obviously losing the game, it hurts, but if you play like that in the SEC tournament, and you got a lot of guys that, here's another thing, Tremont Mark and Caleb Battle, when they're being aggressive, taking it to the rim, that puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and Arkansas got to the free throw line a lot.
That's their strength. This Razorback team is getting to the hoop and getting to the foul line, and to the point, there's not 2 guys in all of college basketball that can consistently stay in front of Mark or Battle, and that's what I mean with Kentucky. They just played a regular man defense, every man for themselves, a little bit of help sliding, but there wasn't any. They were just letting Arkansas do their thing, which was very surprising. You're not going to get that with other teams. You saw what Vanderbilt did. You see what other teams do. That's what it was. Surprised. Kentucky just rolled the ball out there and said, let's go get it. And Arkansas has some man beaters. Khalif Battle and Mark are just as good as any 2 guards in the country. If you're just going to guard them one-on-one, they'll light you up.
Yeah, and Kentucky had 42 free throw attempts. They made 34 of them. That's a large number of free throw attempts. Arkansas had 28. They made 27 free throws, so they only missed 1 free throw attempt out of 28. And I mean, you'll take that every time. The problem is Arkansas, they really couldn't stop Kentucky. They kept getting to the hole as well, and they've got enough size down there and enough guys that'll take it to the rim. I mean, you can't put them at the free throw line either.
No, Kentucky, they got athletes. They have guards. They have some height on them. You know, Shepherd was the only guy they had that played over 30 minutes. We had a couple. We had Mark and Battle. They seem to be a little deeper of a team. I just like the way Arkansas ran up and down the court, how they fought, how they played, how they competed. That was just no matter the outcome, that was it. You know, they fought hard and they competed all 40 minutes.
All right, we'll continue to break this down. Arkansas did have 18 turnovers on the game. Kentucky had 13. Arkansas actually outscored Kentucky in the paint 48-38. So Arkansas did some things well, and you knew they'd have to play pretty much a perfect game or almost a perfect game to get the win. And for a while there, it looked like Arkansas was going to get the win. Well, I know when they got up 9, it looked really good there, but Kentucky was able to answer back, and really Arkansas could not stop them late down in the game. So we will take a break, and we will continue to break down this performance, probably talk about some other scores around the league. I know Arkansas baseball, I believe, got underway at 2 p.m. today, so we'll get some updates on that as well. Stay tuned.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
Get ready for adventure with unbeatable deals at Wheels RV now through the end of February. We're rolling out the red carpet for you with our exclusive employee pricing event on select in-stock trailers. That's right. You pay what we pay. It's our way of saying thank you for choosing Wheels RV. Employee pricing on select models. RV show pricing on all new and used inventory. Hurry in. This offer is for a limited time only. Visit Wheels RV today for details and to start planning your next great adventure. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
KC Insurance wants to remind everyone they are your local, trusted insurance agency for all your life and health insurance needs. They are located in the Northville Shopping Center at 912 Highway 6265 North in Harrison. Feel free to drop by the office anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., or call 870-517-1207 to schedule your appointment now. And don't forget, they are local people helping local people.
Elect Judge Sam Terry to Fort Smith District Court on March 5th. Trusted, experienced, and fair, Terry is a former prosecutor and experienced attorney. Judge Terry has been appointed an Arkansas Supreme Court Special Associate Justice and shows his community commitment through numerous volunteer efforts. Vote Judge Sam Terry for Fort Smith District Court Judge on March 5th. The right experience and the right integrity. Early voting begins February 20th. Paid for by the Committee to Elect Sam Terry.
Attention homeowners, storms are firing up quickly and widespread damage means thousands are reaching out for the right roofing company. Don't wait. Get on the schedule with Shamrock Roofing and Construction now for quality and peace of mind. One call does it all. Shamrock Roofing and Construction, call 479-319-5100. Need a new roof? Shamrock Roofing and Construction can have you covered right now for as low as $139.99 with approved credit. For quality and peace of mind, one call does it all. Shamrock Roofing and Construction, call 479-319-5100.
Looking for a new piece of heavy equipment? Come on over to Sharp Equipment today and explore our latest offers and deals as a Wacker Newson dealer and a Cinnabogan authorized service provider. From excavators with the best-in-class breakout force to powerful skid steers, we'll be sure to find the right equipment for you. Stop in Central Hydraulics and see us at Sharp Equipment, located at 6104 Highway 271 South in Fort Smith, or give us a call at 479-242-1406.
Walk-Ons is always a win. Whether it's a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner, Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and coming soon to Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
This year, upgrade your home to safe, convenient, and energy-efficient natural gas from Arkansas Oklahoma Gas. Skip the prepayments and delivery issues, and enjoy the peace of mind knowing that your natural gas is always there when you need it. And we can help make converting your home easy and affordable too. For heating, hot water, cooking, and more, it's time to upgrade to safe, reliable, and energy-efficient natural gas. Visit AOGC.com to learn more. AOG, Energy for Life.
Are you looking for a change of scenery? Lavorne Lumber is looking to hire a Class A CDL flatbed driver for a regional position. Lavorne Lumber is highly competitive in pay. Lavorne Lumber is a family-owned lumber and trucking company. Home most nights and every single weekend. Guaranteed. Lavorne Lumber has top-of-the-line equipment. If you're interested in the job, stop by Lavorne Lumber at 515 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith Monday through Friday from 9 to 4.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit can save you up to $425 off of your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
There's more to a tractor than just horsepower. A tractor also needs weight to get that horsepower to the ground. With TYM, a heavier tractor comes standard. Many of the TYM models weigh more for the horsepower than comparable tractors from the big names, and tractors that weigh more do more. See Bush Tractor at their new location at 6100 South Zero in Fort Smith, or log on to bushtractor.com to see how they can upgrade your productivity.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. This is Hog Reaction.
Underneath Mitchell, Ellis is open in the corner, three-pointer good.
Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local people. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
Christian Johnston, Matt Jones here with you, breaking down the Hogs' 111-102 loss to the Kentucky Wildcats. This is sponsored by KC Insurance, bringing you Hog Reaction after Arkansas gave a great effort but was not able to get the win. You like the way they played, though. I mean, if you're going to make any type of run in the SEC tournament, you've got to have some pretty good scores getting hot this time of year. And you know, L. Ellis started out the game pretty aggressive, got some points in the lane, and then Khalif Battle didn't start off great, but ended up with 34 points. And Tremont Mark did his thing with 23. But as we mentioned earlier, Kentucky had 7 scores in double figures, and it's not a recipe for a win when you're letting the other team score that many points.
You know, the Christian, you're right. This team fought hard. I was impressed with Davenport. You know, I thought the last game at home against Vanderbilt, he didn't have his best showing, and it was good to see him bounce back. We needed everything he could do out there. He had a couple big threes for us. He was also 3 of 3 from the line. I'm a Davenport fan. I think this team is better when he's playing good. Good to see Mitchell back there again. He had 13 points, and it never seemed like Mitchell got going.
No.
It seemed like every time he would get out there on the floor, something would happen and he would get taken off.
Yeah.
And then it was good to see Brazil. Brazil bouncy a little bit early. You can just tell his natural raw ability that the dude's going to play in the league. He's going to be in the NBA. You're just watching the progression go, man. He gets better. He'll be better next year. He keeps staying healthy. You can see his natural basketball talent.
Yeah, Brazil had 8 points, so not a bad game, but on the road at Kentucky, you'd like to see a little more out of him, but he is progressing. I think he is kind of starting to get kind of used to the game speed a little bit, and you know, he's doing some good things on the defense, and he's getting some rebounds, but not quite the performance you would need out of him to get the win at Kentucky. You did have 4 guys scoring double figures, and that's a recipe for success most nights. But if you're at Kentucky with the firepower they have, it's hard to match because they've got guys that can score as well. The baseball team is actually up 6-1 right now over Murray State in the bottom of the 5th. They've got runners on second and third, 1 out. Diggs hit a home run in this inning. The Hogs got a 4 spot in the 4th inning, got up 4-0. Murray State got a run in the 5th, and Arkansas is currently still batting. They have put up 2 runs. So the offense looks to be performing a little better today. I know they won 5-1 yesterday. The big story yesterday was that pitching performance by Hagen Smith. I mean, I think he had 12 strikeouts, and I saw where he's faced 42 batters, and I think he's struck out 29 of them, something like that. That is amazing.
Yeah. I'll have to. I know you and Phil are big baseball guys, so I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm still yet to see a single pitch of Razorback baseball. But the Razorback basketball team, hey, they fought today, and that was good to see.
Yeah, you can take some positives from this game. I knew that Arkansas would show up to play. I didn't know how long it would last. I didn't know if it would just be for a half or what it was. But Arkansas was down 5 at half, and even then it kind of felt like, Arkansas still in this thing. It was back and forth. Kentucky got up, had a pretty decent lead at one point, and Arkansas raced it pretty quickly. And Kentucky was able to do the same to Arkansas in the second half. There was a stretch there where it looked like Arkansas might actually, I don't want to say cruise to a win because it's hard to do that at Kentucky, but it looked like they were going to hang on. But just, I kept looking at the clock, Matt, and it always seemed like there was too much time left.
Yeah, we were up 4 points at a 6-minute mark. We had a 6-point lead in there, and you knew Kentucky was going to make a run. And the officials, I thought in the first half, I thought it was a little bit of a tale of two halves where it seemed like the officials let them play in the first half, and then in that second half they kind of tightened it up, got a little quick with the whistle. Kentucky started getting to the free throw line a little bit more. I mean, they were getting to the free throw line the whole game. It just seemed like that they did get a little quick with the whistles, and it's tough. It's tough to go up to Rupp and beat Kentucky.
It's funny because when they came to Bud Walton, we scored 57 points, and we nearly doubled that at Rupp Arena. So it's funny how basketball works sometimes. Kentucky, like you said, Matt, is going to have to clean it up on the defense if they want to make any kind of run, but they're a dangerous team come March. And Arkansas, as I said earlier, you want to see that type of offensive flow against, the Vandys, the Georgias. You want to see that more often. And, when we get in this SEC tournament, you might get a winnable game in your first matchup. But after that, you're going to probably face some really good teams, and you're going to have to match their scoring. And we haven't seen that enough this year. I mean, it seems like when the other team's shooting well, Arkansas's not. And today, Arkansas was able to match Kentucky pretty much bucket for bucket there until late in the game. Arkansas's got, I believe, LSU next, and then they go to Alabama. So 2 games where it's going to be tough to win, but if you can play similar to that, to what you did today, you give yourself a chance.
Yeah, speaking of LSU, they're up 13 right now on Vandy. Auburn's pretty handling Mississippi State at home right there. You get the Tennessee-Alabama game coming up later this evening. South Carolina held serve. Florida, talk about Amber Heard in the bed in the last 4 minutes. Their guards were just like they had never played basketball before. I watched into that game, and Florida had like a 6-point lead. And South Carolina went out in this 1-3-1 kind of trap zone, matchup trap zone type deal. And it was like Florida had never seen anything like it. Got like 3 straight turnovers.
Wow.
And was able to turn that game around because Florida was up 6 late. I mean, 3 minutes to go in that game, and then totally just gave it away there to South Carolina.
Yeah, that's a tough loss for Florida. That was a win that they basically should have got the way you're talking about it, Matt, and credit to South Carolina. They're tough to beat at home, and they were able to kind of flip the momentum there, get the 82-76 win. South Carolina is 24-5, Florida 20-9. Kentucky improves to 21-8. Arkansas is now below 500, but really the story isn't that you won or lost today. It would have been nice to get the win. I feel like that would have been a great way to kind of build some momentum down the stretch. But I think just you can take a lot from the game as far as how well you played offensively, and if you can win one of these next 2, get in the tournament, or even win both of them, get in the tournament with some momentum going, you can make a run at this SEC tournament because Kentucky's a good team, and you took them pretty much down to the wire. And you've got Alabama in the SEC, Tennessee, who's really good. You'll probably have to beat one of those teams if you make it far in the SEC tournament. But the one positive for me, Matt, is I can't stress enough the way this offense performed today. It's just too bad the defense wasn't, good enough.
102 points should be good enough on most nights to get a dub. And you had some, Khalif battles in a purple patch right now. He's 30 points, 3 straight games. He's been a joy to watch, and I've been stressing all year. He plays his best basketball when he plays downhill and gets to the free throw line. What's he been doing the last 3-4 games? He's been playing downhill, getting to the free throw line. It's you can't him and Mark. That's why I was surprised the entire game. They didn't really change much up on those guys. Coach Muss had a good game plan to get those guys isolated, and battling Mark one-on-one are just as good as any 2 guards in the league.
That was definitely a game of runs and a lot of lead changes as well. We got Alabama-Tennessee later tonight. That's a big one in the SEC. Matt, who do you like in that one?
Who'd you say now?
Alabama and Tennessee.
Alabama and Tennessee. The SEC is so funny. With these home teams, it is tough. I think a neutral site, I would take Tennessee. I think they're the best team in the SEC. But that being said, Florida, South Carolina, neutral site. I think Florida would win. South Carolina at home found a way to get it done. I'm going to have to go with the home squad.
Yeah, I agree, Matt. I think, Alabama can really score, and it's great when shots are falling, kind of like Kentucky. I mean, when they're scoring, they're hard to beat. Tennessee can score and they can play defense. So that's why I think Tennessee gets the edge in that game. It is on the road, but I still think the Volunteers find a way to get it done, get enough stops to win. So we will continue to break down this game, give you some more updates as the baseball team is up 7-1 right now, still batting in the bottom of the 5th. So looks like they are cruising to another win. And we will be back. Hog Reaction presented by KC Insurance Partners.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
The tires on your vehicle go round and round, but when they don't, go to Van Alma Tire. They have tires in their name. That's their specialty. Van Alma Tire is all about tires. They have all the name brands and private labels available for you and in stock. So when it comes to getting tires for your ride, it's worth the drive. And financing is available. Ask for details. Whatever your tire need, check out Van Alma Tires on Highway 64 between Van Buren and Alma. Ready to get you rolling on new tires at Van Alma Tire.
What's on your to-do list today? Does it include looking for a new piece of heavy equipment? If so, come by and see us at Sharp Equipment today and explore our latest offers and deals as a Wacker Newson dealer. Whatever your day brings, whatever job it is you need to complete, Wacker Newson Equipment is up to the task, and Sharp Equipment is here to help. Stop in Central Hydraulics and see us at Sharp Equipment, located at 6104 Highway 271 South in Fort Smith, or give us a call at 479-242-1406.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the Homestead Tax Credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The Homestead Tax Credit can save you up to $425 off of your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79. Before you buy that next car or truck, stop by Broadway Motors in Van Buren. The best of the best for 2 straight years. Michael and his team offer the best prices on the best quality pre-owned vehicles in the River Valley. They invite you to stop by and check it out for yourself. Or if you prefer to check out their inventory online or even do your financing online. Michael has built his reputation as a husband, father, and owner-operator since 2006. Broadway Motors, 806 Broadway in Van Buren, or online at BroadwayMotorsAR.com.
Are you interested in saving money on your heating bills and upgrading your home's energy efficiency? Now's the time. Installing or upgrading to natural gas allows you to take advantage of high-efficiency appliances that save energy and money. From furnaces to water heaters to gas dryers and fireplaces, there's a natural gas option to fit your home and your budget. What's not to love about that? Don't wait. Call AOG today at 800-842-5690 or visit AOGC.com to learn more. AOG, energy for life.
There's more to a tractor than just horsepower. A tractor also needs weight to get that horsepower to the ground. With TYM, a heavier tractor comes standard. Many of the TYM models weigh more for the horsepower than comparable tractors from the big names, and tractors that weigh more do more. See Bush Tractor at their new location at 6100 South Zero in Fort Smith, or log on to bushtractor.com to see how they can upgrade your productivity.
The best Tex-Mex and even better service is at Joe's Grill and Cantina in Fort Smith. Every Friday is Fajita Friday, featuring their charbroiled steak and chicken. It's tender, full of flavor, and comes with all the fixings. Saturdays are for endless enchiladas with Joe's homemade enchilada sauce and all the beef, chicken, or cheese enchiladas you can eat. Joe's Grill and Cantina. Great Tex-Mex, even better service. 3400 South 74th Street, across from Harps.
Do you need an oil change but don't have time to drop off your car? S&J Express Lube will let you sit in your car while they do the work, and it only takes about 15 minutes with no appointment needed. Prices start at $35.99 for a 20-point inspection service. S&J Express Lube is open Monday through Friday 9 till 6 and Saturdays 8 till noon. You'll find them at 14818 Highway 71 South in Jenny Lind. Check them out on Facebook too. S&J Express Lube, your authorized Castrol dealer in Sebastian County. They are waiting on you now.
This is Hog Reaction.
Underneath Mitchell, Ellis is open in the corner, three-pointer good.
Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local people. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
Christian Johnston here with Matt Jones. Arkansas loses a shootout 111-102. Both teams crack 100. You don't see that in too many games, unless, Kentucky and Alabama are playing. But this time it's Arkansas with a good performance offensively. Just couldn't get enough stops on the defensive end. Kentucky pretty much scored at will. And I want to mention Jalen Graham did not make the trip. And I'm hearing academic reasons, but that was a guy you could have used today with his, ability to get points down low in a variety of ways. You lost the game by 9 points. Not sure that you can point to specifically that, but it just seems like there's always a player that's not playing, or for some reason or another, you got a guy out that you could use. And today, Arkansas got some good performances from most of their guys, but just wasn't enough.
You got to love this team's resolve. You got to love their fight. You got to love their energy. It's next man up. They were out. You're out your starter, your stud, Brazil, for a little bit, and they bonded together and played some of their best basketball, able to get a couple wins. The team keeps fighting. That's right. Battle's been a joy to watch the last couple games. He's been a bright spot. And then Tremont Mark. He's salty, man. He's just I think Mark might be our most complete player as far as just both ends of the ball, offense, defense, rebound, create, score, pass, whatever it is. Mark's an absolute stud.
And he's a senior, I believe.
I think Mark has 3 years left or
Wow.
2 years left with the COVID thing, and I don't know about Battle. But I was surprised. Another guy that I would have thought would match up well with Kentucky's Davenport. He's a guard that can kind of stay in front of people a little bit. This Arkansas Razorback team has struggled playing man defense, staying in front of people. We just do not move laterally very good at all. And I think Blocker is one of those. I think he's one of our better players at moving laterally and on the defensive side of the ball. I think he could help a little bit. But for some reason, whatever, you don't get in certain games.
Shot 7 of 17 from the 3-point line. Not terrible. Not bad at all. 34 of 64 in field goals. Kentucky was 34 of 60. You got more shots up than Kentucky did. But the problem is they shot 9 of 20 from the 3-point line, and they got to the free throw line 42 times, made 34. You got to the line 28 times, made 27. Man, that's almost perfect right there.
That's our strength. That's it. One-on-one, if a team's going to play us man, we can play with anybody in the country. You saw that with Duke. You seen this team early in the year. If people are just going to play man and not really do a whole lot to disguise anything, we got guards that can do that. We struggle when teams mix it up on us, make us think a little bit. This game was so free-flowing. Both teams just running up and down the court, having fun with a big smile on your face. It was a fun game to watch.
As I said earlier, Arkansas started off this game very hot. I mean, they made their first 6 shots, shot 57.6% from the field in the first half. Second half, you shot 48.4%, and free throws in the second half, 21 of 21. Kentucky was just able to do more than you on offense, and they got to the line a lot more than you. I know there was times where tempers kind of flared a little bit. I think Makai Mitchell.
There was 3 different guys got technical fouls. I think there was a double tech at once. Did Musk get a tech in the first half?
Musk got a technical, and then I know Makai Mitchell got one. He got a flagrant one.
Doesn't he look like Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction? Like, isn't that his?
That's a good comparison.
I know you just got your introduction to some Quentin Tarantino movies, but he, I don't know who would be. He's definitely got you got Jules Winfield. Ooh.
Yeah, with that beard, and I could definitely see that, and
Vincent Vega.
He had a good performance in the first game against Kentucky. He had 13 points today. Was able to do some good things at the free throw line. That one guy for them, what's his name? I'm drawing a blank here. It was Bradshaw. I want to say, I think it was Bradshaw. He got going there for a while. Then they took him out, and that's kind of when Arkansas made their run. And Matt, when it was like Arkansas got up like 64-55, and I think they got up 9 points in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And I was feeling pretty good about it. I mean, I knew Kentucky wouldn't just lay down and die, but that was that was a good stretch of basketball. The problem was Kentucky, man. Whenever Arkansas would go on a run, they would answer it right back. And got to give credit to them. Their fans were in the game, but tough place to win. Arkansas was I believe, they won their last 2 trips at Rupp Arena, and it looked like for a while that Arkansas was maybe on their way to another win, but did not happen today. Arkansas falls 111-102. You got LSU at the Bud next, and then you got to go to Alabama. In those 2 games, I mean, you want to win them for momentum purposes, but it really comes down to the SEC tournament. You want to be playing good basketball heading into the tournament. Because if there's any hope of Arkansas making the tournament, they're going to have to win the SEC tournament, of course. And if you play like you did, the problem is they haven't put together more than 2 games where they look like they're playing together. Is this just a one-off, or do you think Arkansas is going to kind of get things rolling here and give themselves a shot to make a run?
No, LSU is going to be more athletic. The last time we couldn't stop Baker. I think he had 19 in the first half against us. You look at how LSU plays. They're long. They like to run. I don't know that we match up very well with LSU.
I don't think we do either.
The one thing going, though, is it is at home, but we haven't really been. You would say that's a feather in our cap. But being a weekday game, maybe you have it there, but I don't know. I think this team is they've done about as good as they could. That's the thing. After you saw this team play a couple games this year, you kind of knew it was a lack of talent, not a lack of effort. And when you look at all these teams in the SEC, our roster doesn't match up with these other teams' rosters.
You're right. I mean, Arkansas, the way they play, kind of up and down. They matched up well with Kentucky, but really pretty much both games that they played this year. Last week Arkansas had trouble with Vanderbilt of all teams, but it's all about matchups. And LSU's hot right now. I think they're up 12 right now at Vanderbilt with 9 minutes to go. Auburn's got a 39-22 lead at the half over Mississippi State. And the big one tonight, Alabama, Tennessee.
Ooh, that's going to be a good one. That's for first place right there. And then South Carolina getting a dub today over Florida. That was as big of a win that South Carolina's had all year. That keeps them in the hunt to win the SEC title.
Yeah, there's about 3 or 4 teams in the SEC that you could legit say are the best team, but it's really like splitting hairs at this point. South Carolina is really good. As you were mentioning, they're 24-5. Florida 20-9. Tennessee 22-6. Alabama 20-8. So you've got 4 teams right there with over 20 wins. And then Mississippi, Ole Miss can probably get their 20th win today. I would think at Missouri that should be an easier matchup for them. And that's another team. Even Ole Miss is a team you can't really sleep on. How many teams do you think the SEC is going to get into the big dance this year? Probably about 6.
100% Tennessee, Alabama, South Carolina, Kentucky, Auburn, Florida. 100%. That's 6 teams right there. No question. Those 6 are in. And then I think there's one spot available. I think you look at Mississippi State, LSU. Mississippi State has a chance to get that other spot if they want it. They got A&M and South Carolina. I think Mississippi State, if they found a way to win, they're going to take. They took an L to Kentucky. They're going to take an L tonight to Auburn. Mississippi State's. I think that's where the bubble starts. And LSU, those teams they're come see come saw teams. They're just very average teams. They're not going to. I mean, they're probably not going to advance to the second weekend. But when you go to Auburn, Auburn's a team that could advance to the second weekend. Florida's a team, although their guards today, they kind of let me down. And when you get into the tournament, your guards have to play good. They can shoot it, put them in a little pressure. They're not the quickest. They have athletes everywhere, be on matchups. And then it goes to your Kentucky. You just saw Kentucky play. Can Kentucky get enough stops? That would be the thing with Kentucky. And I haven't thought that all year, that they're strong enough defensively to make a run in the tournament. But you look at matchups, they can make it to that second weekend. Then it really kind of gets down to it.
And I know Coach Calipari was really stressing to his team this week not to sleep on Arkansas, that it could be a trap game. And he even went as far as staying in a hotel with his team last night prior to the game. For a while there, I mean, it looked like Arkansas was kind of catching Kentucky sleeping a little bit, but at least on the defensive end. But the offense was definitely not asleep for Kentucky, as they are able to get the win 111-102. Another big game, that's on Wednesday. Tennessee goes to South Carolina. South Carolina got a win on the road at Tennessee in their first matchup. That's another game, Matt, that can kind of set some teams apart in this league.
Oh, that's a big-time game. That's what I mean. This Tennessee-Alabama game tonight, and then Tennessee has to play South Carolina. Alabama has to go to Florida on Tuesday. So, yeah, there's big-time games. Those are the top teams. Those are the teams that they've earned the right to have a chance to win the SEC title. They're going to get double buys. They're all going for seeding, because if Tennessee – The truth is, if Tennessee doesn't get a 1 seed out of the SEC, then nobody's going to get a 1 seed out of the SEC. I think that's their best shot to get a 1 seed. You look at South Carolina, Alabama, if they won the SEC, I don't even know. Did they earn a 2 seed? I guess they could be 3 seeds. But yeah, I think Tennessee's the only team in the SEC with a shot at a 1 seed this year.
Yeah, I think you're right. Tennessee with a 1 seed, and it's hard to say any of the other teams even really deserve a 2 at this point. I mean, they're going to have to really finish out the season strong if they want to get a 2. Alabama's a good team, but I wouldn't call them a 2 seed at this point, more like a 3 seed. Kentucky's playing probably like a 3 seed as well. South Carolina, you might can give them a 2 seed. But yeah, Matt, the baseball team is now up 9-1 here in the top of the 6th, put up a 4 spot in the 4th and a 5-run inning in the 5th. Murray State is batting, so Arkansas is up 8 runs in the baseball game today at Baum Walker Stadium. Keep it right here. Christian Johnston, Matt Jones bringing you Hog Reaction after Arkansas loses a high-scoring affair on the road at Rupp Arena, 111-102. Stay with us. This is Hog Reaction presented by KC Insurance.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
KC Insurance wants to remind everyone they are your local, trusted insurance agency for all your life and health insurance needs. They are located in the North Bell Shopping Center at 912 Highway 6265 North in Harrison. Feel free to drop by the office anytime, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., or call 870-517-1207 to schedule your appointment now. And don't forget, they are local people helping local people.
Get ready for adventure with unbeatable deals at Wheels RV now through the end of February. We're rolling out the red carpet for you with our exclusive employee pricing event on select in-stock trailers. That's right. You pay what we pay. It's our way of saying thank you for choosing Wheels RV. Employee pricing on select models. RV show pricing on all new and used inventory. Hurry in. This offer is for a limited time only. Visit Wheels RV today for details and to start planning your next great adventure. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the Homestead Tax Credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The Homestead Tax Credit can save you up to $425 off of your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79.
Walk-Ons is always a win. Whether it's a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner, Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and coming soon to Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
This year, upgrade your home to safe, convenient, and energy-efficient natural gas from Arkansas Oklahoma Gas. Skip the prepayments and delivery issues, and enjoy the peace of mind knowing that your natural gas is always there when you need it. And we can help make converting your home easy and affordable too. For heating, hot water, cooking, and more, it's time to upgrade to safe, reliable, and energy-efficient natural gas. Visit AOGC.com to learn more. AOG, Energy for Life.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Call Jeff Clark in Fort Smith or Brad Howe in Van Buren.
Flu vaccines, both regular and high dose for seniors, are now available at Law's Drugstore in Fort Smith. Call 452-6116 to schedule your shot appointment. Usually there is no cost when covered by your insurance. Law's Drug has COVID vaccines, RSV vaccines for ages 60 plus. Pneumonia and tetanus shots are also available. Law's Drugstore, 6802 Rogers Avenue behind Outback Steakhouse. Law's Drugstore, open 6 days a week to safely care for you and your family.
At A&P Auto Sales, we take pride in the way we do business. We focus 100% on our customers and believe car buying should be a fun, hassle-free experience. We will work with your budget and offer a dependable car at a price you can afford. Bank financing is available with approved credit, or cash is always accepted. Hop on over to 1202 Fayetteville Road in Van Buren and choose from a wide selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Contact us today at 353-1246 or check us out online at apautosales.net. Find your next car at A&P Auto Sales in Van Buren.
Roses are red, violets are blue. If I had your bank account, I'd worry about alimony too. I'm Jackie Mock with Mock Legal Solutions. Call today for a free consultation and ask about our special pricing for new divorce filings in February. 479-769-1505. Mock Legal Solutions, real advice, reasonable price.
Hey, it's Ty Richardson for Papa's Pub and Pizzeria. I want to talk about their pizza today. The Goob Special with extra pepperoni and rib rub on top. The Parm Special with double mushroom and jalapenos. Don't forget about the bacon cheeseburger and everyone's favorite, the old trash can. Swing on by Papa's Pub and Pizzeria at 508 Garrison Avenue in downtown Fort Smith, or give them a call at 479-783-9941. Papa's Pub and Pizzeria, the best darn pizza in Fort Smith, perhaps the world.
This is Hog Reaction.
Underneath Mitchell, Ellis is open in the corner, three-pointer good.
Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local people. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
Back with Hog Reaction as Arkansas loses on the road at Kentucky 111-102. Musselman was pretty proud of his team's effort, and we'll get to some sound on the post game here in a little bit, Matt. It's hard to be too down. I know there's a lot of fans who kind of checked out after the loss to Vanderbilt, and rightfully so, but I think most Arkansas fans knew Arkansas would show up to play at Kentucky. Didn't necessarily think they would win, but definitely showed up to play and did not get blown out. I don't think you can say this team quit by any means. I just think they ran into a really good offensively gifted team in Kentucky today.
You know, if they could all look like that, as far as aesthetically, it was all right. You know, there was plays made on both ends of the ball. They ran up and down the court. There were athletes, a lot of basketball plays that were smart, and they didn't lack effort. That's one thing you got to love about this team. Battle, he's been on a heater. He's been a joy to watch downhill.
Yeah.
If you look at his stats the last couple games while he's been doing his thing, I bet over half his points are coming from the foul line. You know, like it's are close to it. You know, you look at how well what do you have? 17 to 18 from the free throw line today. Yeah. It just a joy, just an absolute joy. So he actually had half of them today were from so it's probably a little less, probably 40% coming from the foul line. But my favorite thing about Battle was 1 of 4 from the 3-point line. That he didn't force the issue there. He took it if they gave it to him, kept getting downhill. You'd like to see Mark get to the foul line. I thought he would have fouled a couple of times. They didn't call it. But Mark, man, when he gets going and gets to his spot, it's a thing of beauty.
Yeah, it's kind of happened slowly as Caleb Battles down the stretch of this season is starting to put together some games that we thought he was capable of. Early in the season, he wasn't necessarily being this aggressive, and it seems like he just changed his tune a little bit, and it's paying off for Arkansas. You're going to need performances like that from him pretty much the rest of the way, maybe just to win against anybody, because as we saw against Missouri, he put up 42 points in a win, and he's really playing well. I mean, I think going into this game, he had like 78 points in his last 2 games. You can add 34 to that, as he is well over 100 points in his last 3 games. And we've got Cabbage Head on the phone here. He wants to talk a little bit about the performance today. Cabbage Head.
Hey guys, thanks for taking the call. You got a good show going, but I tell you what, I watched the game today, and I just don't think when we have to play these teams that's got those 7-footer plus people on it, anytime they wanted a point, they just put him there under the goal at the corner, and he just did a layup. He was not contested, and then when we did contest him, we would foul him, and then he got to shoot anyway. But don't we have, as I see him walk off the field, don't we have a real tall person under there? I mean, on the team?
You're talking about the freshman Bay Fall?
I don't know. Why isn't he playing any? Is he not any good?
He's a McDonald's All-American. We have not seen him enough. I don't know. I don't think he's played 20 total minutes in SEC play. He got in the A&M game and had a block. I thought he looked okay, but we really haven't seen him enough.
Well, it's like what's his name? The white guy that shoots the threes. he puts him in too late also. But I was really proud of them the way they played Kentucky today. They did a good job. They played hard. They don't rebound like they should with, being under the basket. You look under there when one of them shoots out at the three or takes a shot, you look under the basket and there's three of their guys and one of ours. That needs to change. I mean, even Matt, you guys, as we played Sandlot, we'd break to the basket at the park when somebody, especially if I was shooting, you can bet everybody was jumping because I missed a whole lot more than I made, but anyway, it's just that they don't rebound like they should, but I was proud of the way they played. They played hard. And if they just had a little bit of edge of having a tall person to combat the one that Kentucky had, I think we would have won, really. But it's just tough playing those teams that's got tall one or two those 7-footers, and it's hard to guard. They're hard to guard.
No, it's the story. It's the story of this team this year. We make it too easy for the other team to score. That's you're right. That's the kind of the MO of this team is the other. We don't make the team struggle enough. We're just not a good defensive team.
That's true. You're very true. And I till that changes, I don't think. I mean, we go into the tournament or whatever. Well, you look at the SEC. They've got some 7-footers in the SEC too. You can depend on it. And it just looked like there at the end of the game, all they had to do was get the ball to him, and boom, it was an automatic 2, because and then when they did guard him, they'd foul him, and it just, I don't know what if but they played good. They really did. They played good, but we just don't have the horses we need, really. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's, there's only so much you can do with the players we have, and the players we have can score with the best of them, but we've seen that all year, really. It hadn't really been any different. It's just hard for them to stop people, and I thought they did a decent job of getting in front of their man today, but it just seemed like there was always somebody going off a screen or, their point guard, Reeves, I'm sorry, seems like he could get to the rim whenever he wanted, and the caller Cabbage Head was right. I mean, their bigs did what they wanted to down low. And Bay Fall, he talked about Bay Fall, and, the way this season's gone, I would have liked to see him get some minutes in there. I mean, you really don't have a lot to lose at this point. I'm sure there's a reason why he's not playing. Like you said, Matt, he's a McDonald's All-American, but he's probably not strong enough to bang down low with some of these bigger centers in this league, and that's probably why you're not seeing him out there right now. But I expect him to be ready by next year, or we may even see him this year. But there's only so many games left.
Yeah, he's a baby. I'm a Bay Fall fan. I think he's going to be good. He's going to be good for us next year. We haven't seen him a lot, but his athletic ability, his defense, he just by his size and if you're knowing where to be and knowing where your help defense is, I think he can help some of those because they get us in those pick and rolls, and then when your guy comes over and then it's the short corner and it's either he's going to go up for the layup, he's going to lob it, and the other guy's going to dunk it, or he's going to hesitate and jump into you and go to the free throw line. And we have guards that can do that too. You see Mitchell. He's kind of our big. It's just, you look at Florida, you look at Auburn, you look at Kentucky. They got big after big after big. We got one, and then Jalen Graham's not there. So yeah, when it comes to the players, we got to get better.
Hog Reaction presented by KC Insurance Partners. If you want to join in the conversation, call 877-377-6963 on the McClarty Daniel hotline. Stay tuned. We'll have some sound from Eric Musselman coming up, kind of get his thoughts on the way his team performed. Not happy, but he's got to feel a little positive after a performance like that from the offense. All right, we'll be right back here on Hog Reaction.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
Get ready for adventure with unbeatable deals at Wheels RV now through the end of February. We're rolling out the red carpet for you with our exclusive employee pricing event on select in-stock trailers. That's right, you pay what we pay. It's our way of saying thank you for choosing Wheels RV. Employee pricing on select models. RV show pricing on all new and used inventory. Hurry in, this offer is for a limited time only. Visit Wheels RV today for details and to start planning your next great adventure. Seek, explore, discover with Wheels RV.
Get ready for a new year of work with limited time savings on Bobcat equipment at Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas in Rogers. Get as low as 0% for 72 months on a Bobcat compact tractor, or choose a free front-end loader when you buy with cash. Special offers are also available on Bobcat zero-turn mowers with financing as low as 0% for 48 months, or rebates up to $900 on select models. Call Bobcat of Northwest Arkansas or come by to get these great deals. Hurry, these offers end March 31st. Some exclusions apply.
Solve your roofing problems with Freedom Roofing and sleep soundly beneath a sturdy roof tonight. Locally owned, licensed, and insured, Freedom Roofing is a dependable company that will help you with the insurance claim process. Residential or commercial, they'll be there step by step. Call Keith Holt, 479-597-6777, or Rick Carlisle, 479-651-3247 today on all roofing services and break free from your aging roof. Good luck, Peyton Holt and Hog Baseball from Freedom Roofing.
Are you interested in saving money on your heating bills and upgrading your home's energy efficiency? Now's the time. Installing or upgrading to natural gas allows you to take advantage of high-efficiency appliances that save energy and money. From furnaces to water heaters to gas dryers and fireplaces, there's a natural gas option to fit your home and your budget. What's not to love about that? Don't wait. Call AOG today at 800-842-5690 or visit AOGC.com to learn more. AOG, energy for life.
Hello, this is Sebastian County Assessor Zach Johnson here to remind you to assess your personal property by May 31st to avoid late penalty. You can do this in person at one of our 3 locations, over the phone, or online by going to www.countyservice.net. I would also like to remind any current homeowners or individuals buying their homes on contract to contact our office and check on your eligibility for the homestead tax credit. Contact us today to see if you qualify. The homestead tax credit can save you up to $425 off of your tax bill.
This ad sponsored by Sebastian County Assessor and paid for by Amendment 79. Are you looking for a change of scenery? Lavorne Lumber is looking to hire a Class A CDL flatbed driver for a regional position. Lavorne Lumber is highly competitive in pay. Lavorne Lumber is a family-owned lumber and trucking company. Home most nights and every single weekend. Guaranteed. Lavorne Lumber has top-of-the-line equipment. If you're interested in the job, stop by Lavorne Lumber at 515 Phoenix Avenue in Fort Smith Monday through Friday from 9 to 4.
Precision Overhead Door features the finest quality materials, installation, and service for all of your overhead door needs. Fully licensed and insured, with locations in Rogers and Fort Smith, serving all of Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley. Give them a call today at 844-PDS-STORE or online at PrecisionDoorNWA.com. Back-to-back winners of the Best of Award, Gold Best Garage Company in Northwest Arkansas, and also winners of the River Valley Precision Overhead Door.
If you've lived in the River Valley for a while, you know about the great reputation of Jam Mart. And their newest location at 6201 Grand Avenue in Fort Smith is open. Stop by for coffee, gas, beer, snacks, ices, and a clean restroom every time. Don't forget about the hot deli and fresh-made burgers. Now 7 locations in Fort Smith, Greenwood, Boonville, Ozark, and Danville. Sign up for their loyalty program for discounts throughout the stores. Jam Mart, the leading convenience store and gas station in the region.
Come get you some. 2728 Townsend Avenue is your off-road and performance center headquarters. They've got everything from lift kits, wheels, LED light bars, UTV parts and accessories, winches and tires. Need general 4x4 repair? No problem. Come get you some has one of the largest 4x4 shops in the States. They do it all, from installing a bug shield to building some of the baddest off-road machines in the country. Call them today at 782-6833. That's 782-MUD. Or check them out online at cgysoffroad.com. Come get you some.
Need a new roof? Shamrock Roofing and Construction can have you covered right now for as low as $139.99 with approved credit. For quality and peace of mind, one call does it all. Shamrock Roofing and Construction. Call 479-319-5100. Supply issues are no issue at Shamrock Roofing and Construction. As one of America's largest roofing companies, we stocked up early and we stocked up big. We can do your job right now. And because we paid less for our material, we can share those savings with you. Call today or visit us at shamrockroofer.com.
Your home for every Razorback football, basketball, and baseball game. ESPN 95.3. This is Hog Reaction.
Underneath Mitchell, Ellis is open in the corner, three-pointer good.
Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local people. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
Arkansas loses a tough game on the road at Kentucky, 111-102. Matt, we've broke it all down, and we've kind of talked about the reasons why they lost and some things they did well. It's still a loss. It goes down as a loss, but it does feel a little better when you show the kind of fight and offensive flow that they had today. It makes you feel like this team is not too far off, or it's kind of late in the season to hope for a huge turnaround, but there's still enough games left. If you can somehow bottle that up and keep the momentum going, you can do some damage in the SEC tournament.
Yeah, we'll have to see how the bracket comes out, who we align up with. The thing about this team with Battle, his efficiency, he's going to give you a chance right now. The way he's playing, he gives you a chance to keep you in every game. Mark as well. I mean, you can't. These are two kids that you cannot guard them one-on-one. I mean, you just can't do it. You have to have some help if you're going to stop either one of those dudes. They're the real deal when it comes to scoring.
Yeah, I was listening to some audio from Muss. I'll have that by the next segment all ready to go, so you can kind of hear his thoughts on the game. Overall, he seemed pretty happy. I mean, not happy. That's not the word. Encouraged by the way his team played. Just the fact, I mean, when you're a coach, you just wanted to see your team go out there and compete, and that's really what they did. And I'm sure he knew it would not be easy to go on the road and win at Kentucky. It seemed like they had a pretty decent game plan. I know early they wanted to take Reeves out of the game. He still finished with 22 points, but in the first half, he really didn't hurt you that much. It was the other guys who you kind of wanted to take the open shots. It just so happened that they made them.
No, Kentucky shot lights out. That's Kentucky showed you why they got a lot of 5 and 4 stars on that team. They couldn't. I mean, 56.7% from the field. That's ridiculous at any level, much less the SEC level. And 45 from three land. They had 42 free throws. Again, I thought the refs got a little weird in the second half. Kind of leaned towards Kentucky's way. It seemed like they were letting them battle in the first. That's one thing that's tough watching a game and being a part, even playing in a game like that. You have to adjust to how the refs are calling because as a player, it's like an ump with the strike zone. You just want it to be consistent from the first inning to the ninth inning. That's what you want, from the first whistle to the last whistle. And it seemed like sometimes they try to take control of it. I don't know if the technical fouls had something to do with it. If they thought it was getting chippy, they see that. You see the refs kind of buckle down a little bit. But yeah, it's tough when you give up 56% from the field and 42 free throws. You're not going to win very many of those.
Yeah, I know Coach Calipari was vocal about some of the calls that were made against Kentucky. But if I'm him, you got to be okay with 42 free throw attempts. I mean, I know they earned them, a lot of them, but I agree with the referee comment. I mean, it seemed like it was even until it seemed like Kentucky was getting all the calls there late, but not why Arkansas lost this game. It was more about Kentucky and their ability to put the ball in the hoop, and that's what they're really good at. And I think for the Razorback fans who watched this game, you had to be kind of okay with this performance, I would think, especially the way we've seen them, lay eggs on the road this year in the conference. Rupp Arena is not an easy place to get a win, but it looked like, at times it looks like they shoot better on the road than they do at home. It's weird.
Yeah, no, they fought. They shot the ball. Arkansas shot the ball well too. I mean, they really did. It's just game in, game out. We don't make enough of the little basketball plays to win the game, and it got down late. 9-point lead with 8 minutes to go. I liked our chances too. It's tough, but it's at least they fought. They were good enough to have a 9-point lead with 8 minutes to go.
And that's another thing, Matt. I mean, they were obviously in good position there, up 8 minutes to go. It didn't get any better for Arkansas. Kentucky went on their run, and LSU and Vanderbilt just went final 75-61. LSU's now 15-13. That's a team that can maybe get hot in the tournament. South Carolina, as you said, 82-76 win over Florida. And Auburn is currently beating Mississippi State 46-34 with 15:07 to go. Hog Reaction presented by KC Insurance Partners. We will wrap things up here in a little bit, and we'll get some sound from Eric Musselman, let you hear what he had to say after the team's 111-102 loss to the Kentucky Wildcats.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
This year, we considered hiring an ad agency to help with our marketing.
They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
See Agent Chris Dooley in Fort Smith.
Hi folks, Larry Rath here for Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center. We know that now more than ever, you want to maximize your tax refund, and we're here to help with Road Ready certified pre-owned vehicles. They are simply the best used cars you can buy. Plus, our experience and relationships with the banks and lenders helps us get the payment you need while keeping more of your money in your pocket. Maximizing your money, another reason all the happiest drivers are rolling with Rath. Rath Auto Resources and the Meineke Car Care Center, just north of Phoenix on Towson, Fort Smith.
Subiaco and Scranton, if you made a resolution to get reliable internet for the new year, Wave Rural Connect can make that happen. The latest zone covering Subiaco and Scranton is now open. Make this New Year's resolution come true with internet, TV, and phone service from a local provider you can trust. Order online at signup.waveruralconnect.com or phone 1-833-492-8372. Arkansas Valley Electric and Wave Rural Connect, changing the communities we serve.
Hi, this is Garen Armstrong with Shamrock Roofing and Construction. That small roofing company my father started 45 years ago has now become one of the largest roofing companies in America by following one rule, the golden rule. No one can install a better roof at a better price, a better warranty than Shamrock Roofing and Construction. Let our local family serve your family. Shamrock Roofing and Construction. Call today or visit us online at shamrockroofer.com.
Husbands, sons, daughters, honor your wife or mother for Mother's Day at the inaugural Mystery at the Fort Legacy Ball, benefiting Heart to Heart Pregnancy and Family Care Center on May 11th at the U.S. Marshals Museum. Buy your tickets today for this 1940s mystery dinner, coupled with an exciting night of investigative entertainment and lively dancing with the band Who Shot JR. For more information, call 479-452-2260.
With over 40 years combined experience, the team at the law offices of Craig L. Cook understand the definition of work, real work, working for you. Whether you've been injured in an auto accident, on the job, a victim of nursing home negligence, or need help navigating bankruptcy, Social Security, wills, trusts, estates, or family law issues, Craig Cook will go to work for you. Call us today, 479-783-8000. The law offices of Craig L. Cook, with locations in Arkansas and Oklahoma. We work for working people.
Do you need an oil change but don't have time to drop off your car? S&J Express Lube will let you sit in your car while they do the work, and it only takes about 15 minutes with no appointment needed. Prices start at $35.99 for a 20-point inspection service. S&J Express Lube is open Monday through Friday 9 till 6 and Saturdays 8 till noon. You'll find them at 14818 Highway 71 South in Jenny Lind. Check them out on Facebook too. S&J Express Lube, your authorized Castrol dealer in Sebastian County. They are waiting on you now.
Walk-Ons is always a win. Whether it's a post-game celebration, drinks with the crew, or an easy weeknight dinner, Walk-Ons has you covered. Scratch-made dishes, wall-to-wall TVs, craft beers and cocktails. Dig into mouth-watering menu items like po' boys, gumbo, and voodoo shrimp, plus fan favorites like juicy burgers and fresh salads. Find your nearest location in Rogers, Fayetteville, Fort Smith, Conway, and coming soon to Little Rock, or order online or in the app. Walk-On Sports Bistro for the win.
This is Hog Reaction.
Underneath Mitchell, Ellis is open in the corner, three-pointer good.
Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. KC Insurance Partners, local people helping local people. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
Back Hog Reaction here as Arkansas loses 111-102 to the Kentucky Wildcats. I'm here with Matt Jones. Matt, if you're a Coach Musselman, what are you telling your team after this? And I'm sure you just continue to coach them up and just hope that they can play similar to this down the stretch.
Yeah, you want to keep them healthy, keep their heads high. That's one thing that tells you how good of a Coach Musselman is his players keep fighting for him. You know, he hasn't lost the locker room.
No.
The guys respect him. They go out there and fight for him. And I'm glad Coach Muss is our coach. I hope he continues to be our coach. You get these guys fired up and get them ready to go. Battle could get hot. Mark could get hot. Get matched up right in the SEC tournament. There's a handful of teams that I think we match up okay with and can beat. I mean, LSU's a team that you're going to have to be able to beat. If you want to make a run in the SEC tournament. And so we get to play them on Wednesday. It'd be a good litmus test to see that that's the type of team you're going to play Wednesday, Thursday. You're going to play against a team like an LSU. And so can you get hot? Can you beat a team like that?
And this is what Muss had to say after the team's loss to Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, I thought our team played extremely hard. We had a couple costly turnovers that I thought changed the complexion of the game because they were live ball turnovers. You know, so I would say, you know, the two crucial turnovers and, you know, the effort, you know, was phenomenal today by us and by Kentucky. Kentucky played as hard as I've seen a team play, and I thought our team, you know, being here live, our team played as hard as we could play as well. And, you know, we made the decision that we were going to run today. The couple turnovers and you know, baseline out of bounds defense, those are two areas that, you know, that I thought changed the complexion of the game. And then the 42 free throws attempted, really hard to overcome.
Yeah, exactly. The 42 free throws attempted is not what you want to see. You don't want, I know Arkansas probably preached before the game not to foul, and it looked like that both teams early were making a point not to foul as many times. It was back and forth, both teams scoring at will, but eventually you know, the legs kind of get tired, and that's when you kind of start to see them foul a little bit. And late in the game, it just looked like Kentucky had a little more juice than Arkansas, and he was right on the inbounds play, the out of bounds plays. Kentucky pretty much got what they wanted on those, and can't give this team easy buckets. And there were just too many instances where Kentucky got an easy bucket.
Yeah, inbound defense, especially under your basket. They'd got a ball in there, and then something happened. Khalif made a good play, but it bounced off him, and then it's like they ran the same play again and hit the guy underneath the hoop. That's this team struggles on the defensive side. I mean, that's no secret. Even if you get some superhuman effort from some of our guards, you still have to get stops. And it's like it doesn't matter what we do. The other team is always just a little bit better. We shoot 53%. The other team shoots 56%. It's just that's the story of this year.
Last segment here on Hog Reaction presented by KC Insurance Partners. If you want to join in the conversation, 877-377-6963. Again, 877-377-6963. Eric Musselman, I'm sure when he looks back on this season after it's all said and done, it's going to be one of the more frustrating seasons because there's been glimpses where this team has looked like they could really play with anybody. Today was one of those times. I know the announcers even said it. Eric Musselman anticipated, his team to make a run at some point, and it looked like it was going to start today. If you got the win at Kentucky today, that would have been a huge confidence booster for the team. I still think you can take some positives from this performance, and you can turn that into something down this stretch. I don't expect this team to go to the SEC tournament and just lay down. I really don't. I think they're going to take every game. I don't think they're going to take any of the games for granted. I think they're going to treat it as March. As March Madness. That's really what you got to do from this point. If you're Arkansas, you've got your goal is to beat everybody, play well every game. You can't afford to play well one game and just totally disappear in the next. And we've seen teams in the SEC tournament that, weren't projected to win it go on these runs. And the performance today could lead you to think that Arkansas has the ability to go on this late season run, but the problem is consistency. I think that's what we're all going to look back on this season and say they just weren't consistent enough.
We're going to find out Wednesday, Christian. If you're one of those guys that thinks that this Arkansas basketball team can make a run in the SEC tournament, let's beat LSU Wednesday. Let's find out. This Arkansas team has not beat a single SEC team that's making the NCAA tournament. So all of our wins are coming from the subpar teams. Let's find out. LSU's on that bubble. They're fighting. I think it's Mississippi State, LSU. You look at Ole Miss, some of those teams right there for that final spot. So we could play spoiler. I think if we beat LSU at home, that's a type of team right there that's a bubble team that could be in this SEC tournament. In the NCAA tournament, that could be our first win over a team that actually has a chance to make it.
Yeah, at this point, you just want them to keep fighting. You don't want to see them lay down, and I don't think they're going to do that. I know Eric Musselman's not going to stop coaching, and you've got a winnable game against LSU. As you said, they're a lot better defensively than I think Kentucky is, just from that standpoint. I know they beat Kentucky this year, LSU did. So that's by no means going to be an easy.
They're going to be more physical. They're kind of like an A&M a little bit, Christian, where they're going to be physical. They're going to be athletic. They can shoot it. They know who they are a little bit. The first time we played them, I think Baker had 19 in the first. Then they had another guard come. It might have been Tate. We couldn't stop him. So we've got film on them. The thing too is, LSU will mix it up a little bit. They're not going to just be like Kentucky and roll the ball out there and let cream rise to the top. They're going to have some different inbound situations, some different defenses. If they're going to trap, zone, press, whatever, they're not just going to play man the whole game.
Yeah, LSU is not a finesse team. Kentucky is more of a finesse team. I think even Arkansas is more of a finesse team. And then you got Alabama to wrap the season up, who I also think is not known necessarily for their defense, more for their offense. And that's a game where you could see a high-scoring affair, kind of like you saw today. Alabama loves to shoot the three ball. Arkansas has got some guys that can shoot the three as well. You cannot have a bad shooting night at Alabama. It just cannot happen. We've got 2 winnable games here, I believe, if you play like you did today. And you can't, you don't want to go home after a performance like this and just lay an egg against LSU. I think you'll have a decent crowd. I don't think it'll be great by any means. And we'll just see what this team's made of down the stretch. I'm not giving up on them just because there is a chance. As long as they're in the tournament still playing, there's always a chance you can you can make the tournament. That would be something special if this team was able to win the SEC tournament.
That's like your boy Doyle Brunson, C Poker. Did you ever watch Texas Hold'em? Doyle Brunson said, "A chip in a chair, you got a prayer." And yeah, if Arkansas, there's still a game in there. You still got guys that can go. I mean, you got a prayer, but we seen what this team is. We're limping in. Let's just hope we get everybody in healthy. It'll be over soon enough.
All right. Arkansas falls 111-102. Christian Johnston, Matt Jones bringing you Hog Reaction. After this tough loss, Arkansas goes to LSU, or hosts LSU, and then they go to Alabama to wrap things up in the regular season before they go to Nashville to play in the SEC tournament. This has been Hog Reaction presented by KC Insurance Partners.
You're listening to Hog Reaction. Hog Reaction is presented by KC Insurance Partners. Go to kcinsuranceharrison.com for more information.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Call Randy Milam in Alma or Brandon Zimmerman in Barley.
At A&P Auto Sales, we take pride in the way we do business. We focus 100% on our customers and believe car buying should be a fun, hassle-free experience. We will work with your budget and offer a dependable car at a price you can afford. Bank financing is available with approved credit, or cash is always accepted. Hop on over to 1202 Fayetteville Road in Van Buren and choose from a wide selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Contact us today at 353-1246 or check us out online at apautosales.net. Find your next car at A&P Auto Sales in Van Buren.
Elite Roofing is a locally owned roofing contractor. If you're building a new home or maybe need a new roof on your existing home, Elite Roofing can take